name is Angie, and I'm a support worker at Lakeview Community House, a group home with 6 residents. I've worked here for 3 years. My job is really rewarding. It has its challenges for sure, but at the end of the day, I love spending time with my clients and knowing that I'm really making a difference in their lives. In this photo, I'm with Julie, who's been my client for 2 years. Julie and I have a special relationship. We both like cooking, watching comedies and dancing shows, and animals, and we both hate broccoli. As Julie's case manager, I help support her when she has to go to the doctor. Julie likes to be prepared and know what is going to happen at her appointment. Usually when she has an appointment, we talk the night before and go over what will happen. We practice what questions Julie wants to ask and what she will do. Well, last year Julie turned 50, and her doctor told her that she wanted her to get a mammogram. She explained that a mammogram is a test that helps doctors find breast cancer, and she told us that getting regular mammograms help doctors find breast cancer when it's still little and much easier to take care of. As we left the doctor, Julie asked me what it was like to get a mammogram. She seemed nervous, and I realized that I didn't really know how to answer her question. I'm 27, and I've never had a mammogram before. And it's not like mammograms are something people talk about all the time. Julie has had some great healthcare experiences, but she's had some bad experiences too. So I wanted to make sure that Julie and I were as prepared as possible. Since her doctor said that she would be having them every year from now on, I wanted to make her first mammogram a good experience. I decided that before I could help Julie, I needed to learn more about mammograms. I talked to my house manager, and she gave me this DVD, The Breast Test. Julie and I watched it together. It helped us learn more about what happens during a mammogram.
So Melissa, it's great to see you again this year. I just want to go over your physical exam results with you. Everything looks great. We listened to your heart and lungs. That all sounded fine. Your blood pressure was really good. So I think you're healthy. And I'm just trying to remember whether there might be any tests that you would be due for this year. Can you remind me how old you are?
45.
45, okay. Have you ever had a mammogram before?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's a test for breast cancer, and we usually start doing it between 40 and 50. So if you haven't had it yet, I think this should be the first year that you go. It's a test where they take a picture of your breast to make sure that you don't have breast cancer. So you step up to this x-ray machine and put your breast in it, and they smush it flat like a pancake so they can take pictures.
Does it hurt?
It sounds like it hurts, huh? It's a little uncomfortable. It takes maybe like 5 or 10 seconds to do it, so it's not that long. But it is a little uncomfortable when they do it. They have to smush it like that so they can really get a good picture and make sure that everything is healthy.
And how long does it take for the test results to come in?
Oh, good question. So when you leave that day, you won't have the results yet, okay? They'll do it and they'll let you go home. And then they look at it in the back room with all the doctors. It takes them a little while to get the results out. And probably in like a week or 2, you'll get the results at home.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Do I have to take my clothes off?
Yeah, you do. Thanks for reminding me. You have to take your top off and your bra off to do it. And they'll give you a gown to put on, sort of like the one that you wore today when we did your exam. So you're covered up, but you do have to take your top and your bra off to do it.
Okay.
Does that sound okay to you?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's schedule it, and then I can see you back a couple of weeks afterwards, and we can just make sure that you get your results.
Okay.
Good.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
My name is Mary, and I'll be doing your mammogram. I'm going to give you this gown, and I'm going to have you put it on so that it's open in the front.
Like a coat?
Exactly. So once you've changed your clothes, take your clothes that you have on now and put them in the locker right here. And then what I'll have you do is just wait in the waiting room, and I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Great. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Well, now that you've changed into your gown, what I'd like to do is explain a little bit about how this exam works. I'll be positioning your breast on this plate, and we'll use this compression paddle to press down on the breast so that we can get a really good picture.
Is it going to hurt?
It doesn't hurt too much. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable and it's a little tight, but you're not in that position for very long while I take the picture.
And when am I going to get the results of the test?
You'll get the results in a couple of weeks. What we'll do right now is I'll take the exam, And then you can get dressed and go home, and then we'll send you the results in the mail in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
So you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Great.
So Melissa, it's great to see you back. I wanted to go over your mammogram results today. I know it was your first one. How was the experience?
A little discomfort, but okay.
Good. All right. Well, it looks like your results are normal, so that's good news.
What does that mean?
So it means that you don't have breast cancer, and that's great. It means your breasts are healthy. We usually do the mammogram every year, so we'll want to do another one next year around this time.
And what if you found something?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of times we do find something and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have breast cancer. So if this ever happens to you, like next year or the year after, if they ever call you and say the mammogram's not normal, don't panic. A lot of times it just means that they have to do a second test, like a second mammogram. Sometimes they even have to do a biopsy to make sure that it's not cancer. Every once in a while, it does turn out to be breast cancer, but that's good news because they would be catching it early, and then, you would be able to be treated and you would probably do very well. But you don't have to think that it's automatically cancer if they tell you that the mammogram's not normal.
Okay.
But we don't even have to worry about that this year because yours was totally fine. So we'll plan to see you back next year, same place, same time, and we'll do your mammogram again.
Sounds good.
All right, great.
Julie and I watched the DVD together a few times over the next few weeks, and we practiced asking questions and advocating for herself, just like Melissa in the DVD. We talked about what happened to Melissa during her mammogram, and we said that Julie could do all the things that Melissa did. Julie's doctor had given us a referral to a mammogram facility that wasn't too far from our house. When I called the mammogram clinic to make Julie's appointment, I told the receptionist that Julie had an intellectual disability. I asked her if she could schedule extra time for Julie, and I asked her to write down in Julie's chart that I would be going in with her, since Julie likes me to be there when she sees the doctor or gets a test done. The night before Julie's mammogram, I reminded her that tomorrow was a big day, mammogram day. I asked Julie how she felt, and she said she was a little nervous. We watched the DVD together again, so that Julie would know what to expect, and I reminded her that she could ask if she had any questions or felt worried. I also reassured her that I'd be right there with her if she needed me. The next morning, Julie was up bright and early. I reminded her to wear a comfortable shirt and bra, and we got in the car and drove to the clinic. When we got to the clinic, I told the receptionist that Julie and I were here for Julie's mammogram. I reminded her that Julie had a disability. Inside, it happened just like in the DVD. Julie went into the changing room and put on her Johnny. She asked me to come in and tie the strap for her. Johnnies can be confusing. Then we waited together till the mammography tech called her name. I introduced myself and Julie to the tech and told her that Julie had a disability. The tech, Katie, was really nice, and she said that she would take her time. Katie took us over to the mammogram machine, and I asked her if she could show Julie the machine before she started. I reminded Julie that it was just like in the DVD. Then Katie helped Julie put her breast on the machine. It compressed her breast for about 30 seconds. Katie explained that it had to squeeze to be able to get a good picture. I helped Julie take nice deep breaths. Then Katie put the machine on Julie's other breast, took the picture, and it was all done. Julie said that it felt uncomfortable, but didn't really hurt, and anyway, it didn't take too long. Katie also told us that Julie could put ice on her breast or take a Tylenol if she was having any pain later that day, but Julie said she felt fine. In the car on the way back, I asked Julie how she was doing. Julie said that she was proud of herself. I was proud of her too. Here are some tips I learned from this experience. Help your client learn about getting a mammogram before she goes to the clinic. She might need help understanding the different steps. When you make the appointment, Let the staff know that your client has a disability and might need extra time. Let them know about any special needs she has, like, for example, using a wheelchair, being nonverbal, wanting extra explanations. Remind the staff when you get there that your client has special needs. Help her introduce herself to each new person. If your client uses a wheelchair, bring a manual, non-electric wheelchair with you to the mammogram. That's because the mammogram technician will need to take a picture of the side of the breast, and electric wheelchairs have arms that can get in the way. Manual wheelchairs have arms that slide out so that they can get in to take a picture. Remember, women with disabilities can get breast cancer just like other women. Getting regular mammograms helps find breast cancer when it is small and easy to take care of. Helping your client get a mammogram could save her life.